now need to achieve a sales of 10,000 rupees through customers during the performance year, which is September 24 to August of 2025. And distributors who will achieve this criteria, a low threshold criteria, they will maintain their ABO status for next 12 months. And likewise, it will keep rotating. It will keep moving, for every next 12 months. And just in case an APO is not able to meet this criteria, then at the end of the performance year, they will then get converted to a PC themselves. And if they have a LOS, they have a team of customers, they have a team of ABOs that will get realigned to the next eligible APO. Now, while everybody gets 12 months, you might think that people who join during the year, somebody who joins in the month of September 24, or might join in any other point of the year, they may not have all full 12 months in the first year of joining if September to August is the common window. So how much they have to do to be able to maintain their ABO status? And I want to explain that through the next slide to you, that specifically for new people who will be joining the business during the performance year, anytime between September to August of the year, this annual sales criteria threshold will not be 10,000 in the first year. And it will purely depend on the month in which they have joined. So while for everybody else who are distributors as on 1st of September, the common window is September to August, and the sales threshold they have to achieve is 10,000 through customers. But for the first year to the new joinees, depending upon the month they have joined, for the first year, their sales criteria threshold will be different. And a very simple way to remember this is what I can give you is assume per month 800 rupees as a thumb rule. And depending upon the number of months they have into the year, multiply that by the number of months. So if somebody has joined a business in the month of October, in the current performance year, they have 11 months, multiply that by 800. That tells you instead of 10,000, in the first year of joining, they have to do 8,800. Likewise, if somebody joins in the month of February, they have 7 months left into the performance year. Multiply that by 800. That tells you that they have to do 5,600 in their year of joining. And from next year onwards, they get the full 12 months and they have to do 10,000 rupees worth of sale as a criteria, of annual sales. People who will join from March onwards till August, they will get covered through the entry model, which is 90 days, 5,000 rupees sale. If they do that, they are good. For that year, they have no other separate annual sales criteria. They meet their entry model criteria, which is 5,000 rupees of sale in 90 days. They are good for that year. And from next year onwards, they will have to achieve full 10,000, moving forward. So we have tried and keep this simple for people who join as new distributors through the year as to how the first year will work, for them on a pro rata basis. Next slide, please, Mohit. From there, I want to change gear and I want to move to the next topic, which is, I think, very exciting for all of us, is to talk about the Amway forums. And I'll kind of go one by one on this now. Mohit, next slide, please. I want to first start with the very first NCA, which is just around the corner and which is for the current performance year ending in just few days, from now. You got that right. I'm talking about the KOCHI or ALS for 23-24. And we've already announced the date for this trip. We will be hosting this in the month of November. And the dates are 17th through the 21st of November. And since I could see on the screen, Sanjay ji from Pune, Sanjay and I, good evening, Sanjay ji. Sanjay and I were on a chat this morning, and Sanjay shared with us that the assembly election dates for Maharashtra are announced as 18th of November. And I was, with due respect, submitting that as you know, the planning and the booking for our events really kind of starts well ahead of time. So we have already made all the arrangements, paid for all the hotels and everything. So while we have this important milestone happening in Maharashtra, it seems hard for us now to change the dates because of all the logistics arrangements which are already made. So I want to call that out since it came from Sanjay ji, during our one-on-one chat, in the morning. So November 17th to 21st, 3 more days to go, in the current performance year for leaders to complete their qualification. Next slide, please. One important announcement that we made at the face-to-face meeting was about the Go ALS allowance. We had introduced this in the month for the Goa ALS, and we had announced that we'll be continuing this, for the Kochi ALS as well. And we have significantly revised the payouts, for leaders who would qualify and who would participate at the leadership seminar. So leaders who will be the qualified founders still, Founder Sapphire, will pay them 60,000 rupees as the Go ALS participation allowance. For qualified emeralds and founder emeralds, will pay them 60,000 rupees, and for qualified diamonds and above, will pay them 1,20,000 rupees as they qualify and participate. For this important in-market leadership seminar, that we will host in the month of November. And this is a significant rise from where we were in the month in Goa, and how this looks like for Kochi as we host our next ALS, in a couple of months, from now. Next, please. I want to move from there and talk about the Diamond Invitational. And the first Diamond Invitational that I want to talk about is again for the current performance year. So the year which is in running right now, 3 more days to go. You heard Rajneesh talking about we going international. And I'm very pleased to share with you that the first international destination we will go to will be with the Diamond Invitational for the current performance year, which is September 23 to August 24, the year which will just end in a couple of days from now. Next, please, Mohit. And what is the important milestones out there? Of course, it is a Diamond Invitational. So this is for our qualified diamonds and above. And the period is just ending in a few days from now, which is September 23 to August of 2024. And I want to kind of through an AV unveil that while we are restoring a normalcy, while we are going international, I want to through an AV unveil that exciting destination for our qualified diamonds and above of this performance year. Can I have the AV, please? Absolutely, you got this right, ladies and gentlemen. We will be hosting our Diamond Invitational for the current performance year at not just one, but at 2 locations, at Budapest and Vienna. And these are 2 very, very exciting, destinations which we have bundled together to make sure that our qualified diamonds and above for the current performance year have a great time and a learning in an absolute fantastic environment as we take our conversation on health and well-being forward, and how focus on health and well-being can help them build even a bigger and better business, for them and for their organizations in the months and years to come. So we are looking forward to hosting our qualified diamonds and above of this year. We'll talk about the month and the exact dates as we are working through those details right now. And very soon we'll start reaching out to our leaders, all the qualifiers, with the exact details and the itinerary, for this exciting destination as a Diamond Invitational for this year. Next, please. From there, I want to change gear and I want to move on to the Diamond Invitational for the new performance year, starting September. So for the September 2024 and August 25, I want to now talk about the details of the year. And because we are returning to the normalcy and hosting our Diamond Invitational for 23-24, so it is very obvious that the destination for 24-25 is also going to be an international destination, for our qualified diamonds of next performance year. So let's take a quick look at what the qualification criteria is. Next is slide, please, Mohit. So as the the event suggests, this is a diamond invitational for the next performance year. So all our qualified diamonds and above, for the year September 24 to August 25, will be eligible to participate, to qualify and participate, in this important event. And I just want to call out that how we define diamonds and above out there. They must also be a diamond, bonus recipient, which means they are in market, qualification. And I want to now unveil where all our qualified diamonds and above of the coming performance year, they are going to go for a very, very exciting diamond invitational at the end of the performance year. Can I have the AV, please? Thank you, Mohit. So Amsterdam is going to be our destination, for the diamonds and above for the coming performance year. So two very exclusive, back-to-back international destinations that we have shortlisted for our very special, key leaders in the business, which is our diamonds and above. Not just for the current performance year to Vienna and Budapest, but to the diamonds and above, of the next performance year, who will travel to Amsterdam, for our very exclusive diamond invitational, for the next performance year. I'll again change gear and move from Amsterdam as our diamond invitational destination to the next exciting destination NCA that I want to talk to you about. And that's our, leadership seminar. A leadership seminar for our 24-25, performance year. Next slide, please, Mohit. And you would recall that at the face-to-face meeting, we had actually spoken about two shortlisted options that we had put together amongst many options that we looked at, which is Sri Lanka, and the other was Thailand. Before I talk about where we are finally going, as the destination for our leadership seminar, I want to quickly reflect on our qualification criteria, for the leadership seminar. So we have not modified the criteria; it remains, because we had changed this criteria last year, basis all the leaders' feedback in terms of qualified platinums and above. With a volume growth criteria, and our qualified emeralds and above get the auto invite, for this important platform that we have. The qualification period is September 24 to August 25, and leaders who are qualified founder platinums and grow by at least 12,000 ALS volume in the performance year over the baseline, their own baseline last year, they'll qualify. And I want to take a minute and try and explain as to how the incremental or the volume calculation, will take place. Can we go to the next slide, please? So, of course, when we calculate the volume, we look at the total group PV done in a performance year, be it your baseline year or be it your tracking year, 23-24 or 24-25. And there are many ways, as we know, to qualify to do a Q month. One could qualify by doing 10,000 PV. All flowing up from non-21% leg. One could break a leg and do 4,000 on the side, or somebody might have 2 or more 21% qualified legs. These are the three ways to achieve a Q month. And when you break a leg, for that qualified leg, we will count 10,000 PV for that particular month, whether it is a tracking year or it is the baseline year. And I want to take a couple of examples to make the point on how this calculation will take place. Can we go to the next slide, please? So the first example is that if I don't have any qualifying leader below me, and therefore all the volume rolls up, it all comes to me, and I do my 10,000 or more. So in the month I qualify as a 10,000 PV month, my volume for that month, as we say, annual volume will count as 10,000 PV, whether it is a baseline year or whether it is a tracking year for me. Or if I've done more than 10,000, if I've done 15,000, then it will become 15,000 volume for that, for me, whether it is a base year or a tracking year. Very simple to understand. What I do as a QV month, the volume becomes my volume for that month, whether baseline or the tracking year. Is screen visible to everyone? I just got a comment on the. Thank you, KK. Thank you for the thumbs up. Let's go to the second example. Second example essentially is an example. Thank you, Sashi Kumar. Thank you for confirming as well. Second example is that when you have a qualifying leg and you do 4,000 on the side, that's like your Q1 structure, in which you qualify. Now, in this case, for a qualifying leg, whether the leg has done 10 or more, we count a qualifying leg as 10,000, and you have done 4,000 on the side, so this becomes 4 plus 10, 14,000 PV. So for that month, the volume counted as 14,000 PV, be it a month in your baseline year or be it a month in your tracking year. We count as 14,000 PV, both ways, baseline or tracking. Next, please. Let's take a look at another example, because we are talking about the annual volume. So this might also have a month in which a leader might not even qualify. That could be our scenario. But the third scenario essentially is a Q2 structure, wherein a leader breaks 2 legs and he has got 1,000 PV on the side. Now, in this case, again, same principle, 2 legs, 10,000 PV each becomes 20,000, 1,000 on the side. So the volume for that month for this leader is 21,000, whether it is a month in the baseline or it is a month in the tracking. So the principle is the same. Whatever is my actual volume, be it a QV, Q1 or a Q2, that volume is my volume for that month. And if I've broken a leg, which is a Q1 or a Q2 structure, the volume minimum will be 10,000, and that will be counted as a 10,000 month for that leg for me. That's how the principle works. Next, please. One more example. In this case, the total volume generated by this leader in the month is less than 10,000 PV. So he hasn't qualified, as a Q. But because this is one of the 12 months, 6,000 PV will get added into the calculation. Whether it's a qualifying month or a non-qualifying month, in both the cases, the volume gets added, be it a month in a baseline year or be it a month in a tracking year. So same principle which gets applied, equally, whether it is to calculate the baseline volume or it is to calculate the tracking volume. Next, please. From there, we want to change gear and again reiterate the criteria for this newly added trip that we've added exclusively for our qualified ambulance and above.